Welcome to What's Now. I'm your host, Christine Napier. Thank you for joining us today. We are going to dig into some great trending topics. We'll be talking about some health advice, parenting advice, as well as great places to travel and much more. But up first, if you need something great to watch with your family this weekend, well, American Ninja Warrior Jr. is premiering. It's going to be a great show. You don't want to miss it. Here's more.
Hi, Christine. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Great. Are you guys ready to go?
Yes.
All right. I'm here today with Daytime Emmy-Nominated American Ninja Warrior Jr.'s co-host, as well as gold medalist and TV personality, Victoria Arlen. She's going to be talking about the empowering second season. Thanks so much for talking with us, Victoria.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited.
So as I mentioned, this is American Ninja Warrior Jr. Tell me more about the premise of the show.
The premise is we've all, grown to love the adult American Ninja Warrior, and so this is now kids, the junior edition. And so we have 3 age groups, 9 and 10-year-olds, 11 and 12-year-olds, and 13 and 14-year-olds. And these ninjas will go head-to-head on a very challenging ninja obstacle course, and we have, champions. And so it's a competition, and it's very, very competitive, but it is American Ninja Warrior, but the junior edition. And these kids do not disappoint. And a lot of these junior ninjas have trained with senior ninjas as well, and have grown up watching and loving the show. And so this show really, really shows that, and really shows these incredible kids and their skill set. And so it's super fun, and it's incredibly competitive, but there's also some incredible voices and stories, and you're going to be wowed and inspired consecutively all at the same time.
And I bet these kids have so much heart, and they've been described as real kid athletes. Tell me a little bit more about some of the kids that will be featured in the second season.
We have a very fun group of kids that are featured, and I think the most beautiful thing about it is, on top of their incredible skill set, there's so many different voices, and there's so many kids who have overcome adversity, who are overcoming adversity as they're competing, and they have a voice. And I think to have these young kids putting their voices out there, spreading their message, it's really special. And then at the same time, kind of showing that you can become a ninja, and you can do these once impossible obstacles. And so each kid has a story and has a message and has a connection with someone watching, which is really, really cool. And at the same time are cheering each other on. And I think Matt and Akbar, we all consecutively saw that it's this camaraderie and this community and this family affair for all of them. And so that's a really special element to this show. And it just shows these kids and their hearts are out there, and they really give it their all.
And if someone isn't familiar with a Ninja Warrior course, tell me a little bit about this one and how it's different from the more adult course per se.
They're very similar, actually. So these are obstacles that are carefully curated and put together, and they're very challenging. I mean, these kids make it look easy, but they are not easy by any means. And so each obstacle ultimately gets you closer to the warped wall and the buzzer. And so the premise is get through the obstacles and get up that warped wall first and hit the buzzer. But obviously it's been catered a little bit for the junior ninjas, but it is very challenging. And we have had quite a few all-star ninjas from the adult show that were mentoring these kids, and consecutively all agreed that this is a very challenging course. And each age group, it adjusts a little bit more. And so the 9 and 10-year-olds have maybe 1 or 2 different obstacles, the 11 and 12-year-olds, so on, and the 13 and 14-year-olds. And so it does not disappoint, and these obstacles are crazy town, but so much fun to watch. And these kids really give it their all and really put it all out there, which is really cool.
I have to ask, have you done any part of the course?
No, I have not. I wanted to, but I was not promised that it wouldn't be filmed. So I was not going to have that out there. And also, I've only been walking for a few years, and I'm still trying to get, my ankle skills and my coordination skills. So I didn't want to risk getting hurt. But Jessie Graff, who is an incredible ninja herself, has been trying to get me get me out there and get me doing a few obstacles. So maybe one day. But I enjoyed watching and cheering and realizing how uncoordinated I am.
Well, and as you mentioned, just in passing, I'm glad you mentioned that you used to be in the Paralympic Games and you have competed at a world-class level. So you're familiar with high competition, but tell me a little bit about your experience as a Paralympian.
Yeah, I mean, it was really cool. I've been a competitor my entire life, and so to be able to compete on the world stage, there's no greater honor. And to be able to use that platform and kind of get to that level, I've wanted to represent, Team USA since I was little. So to be able to do that, I was 17 when I did that. I mean, that was 8 years ago. So it was seems like another lifetime ago, but it was a really tremendous honor. And I think at the end of the day, when you're an athlete, that's the ultimate dream, is to get to that elite level. And so even being a part of this show, these kids this is the elite level for them. And so to kind of flip the switch and help kind of share that and cheer them on is really cool. And it's something, I connect with tremendously. Obviously, I've been, kind of out of the athlete world and been in the sports television world for the last 5 years. But to be able anytime to share that elite level competitiveness and connection is really cool.
Well, I'm very excited to see this second season. When is it premiering and where can we find out more?
It premieres. I think you can check out Universal Kids on social as well as online, and then it premieres February 22nd at 7 p.m. on Universal Kids.
Perfect. Well, thanks so much, Victoria, for talking with us here
Thank
at Park City Television. And you're going to have to let me know when you try out the course, because I know you're going to kill it when you do.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.